Alright, so we just got back from like an hour and a 15-minute walk. Mr. Drew is absolutely buggered. He's had a bit of a wipe down and a bit of a nap, but I am cooking. It's ridiculous o'clock, like 2:15, but I have toasted up the inside of my roll. I'm going to do a double egg and bacon and spinach breakfast roll with cheese. Yum. Alright, so I've put it all together. Lots of bacon, lots of egg. My gas is just about dead. But I'm going to use the last of it up. I'm just toasting the other side. Oh, I'd make a cup of tea to go with it, but I've already had two, and that led to a couple of bush toilet stops while we were on our walk, didn't it? Poor Mr. Drew's looking at me like, what are you doing? Gotta go. Lucky we were the only people on the trail. But how good does that look? We're gonna flip that over in a minute and hopefully get some toasty on the other side. It's just such a slow process. It would be so much quicker. But I'll use this can out, and then I have a fresh one sitting there ready to go, because tomorrow's going to be a get up and go morning. Bugger. And she is all nice and toasty now. I cut this in half. Oh yeah, now does it get much better than that? That beautiful peace and quiet, lovely scenery. Dog that's just gonna pass out. Not too shabby. I'm gonna enjoy this. So, well, as most people know, van life is not all gorgeous sunsets and bushwalks. Hi there, don't you start. I am sitting here at the minute doing some editing and filling up water. And now Drew's decided to be an asshole. Shut up. Okay, so here we go. It is, I think, I don't know, almost 5 o'clock. Everything is done. Drew's fed. After the big, huge breakfast that I had, I'm, really not interested in food at all. Everything is as packed up as possibly can be at the minute, because we have to make an early start in the morning to head to my mum's. I need to be there by, I think, about lunchtime, which means it's about a 2.5 hour drive from where I am at the minute. So, yes, it will be a very early start compared to the last week, where I've had lots of lovely sleep-ins. Even this morning, Drew was not interested. He was still so tuckered out from yesterday that he was curled up next to me until 10 o'clock this morning and just still really not all that interested in starting his day at all, which was fine by me. We've had a lovely couple of days here at Martin's Bend. I keep calling it Big Bend. It's not. It's Martin's Bend. Very different places. No wonder my dad was confused the other night on the phone when I was trying to tell him where I was. But yeah, so we got a bit of camp out today. I got the big mat out and his outside bed and a table and all that. That is all packed up now. We're just back to the square of carpet and my chair still outside. I've taken the nets off the windows, only because I don't really like packing things up if they're still wet. So yeah, I figure if I take them down tonight, the window's up now, so I don't really need the net on. At least that way it's dry. Not that it's going to rain or anything, but just because obviously it's going to get very cold and mildewy. So as I said, yep, everything's sort of packed up, condensed down, ready to do a couple of quick movements tomorrow. I'm going to get up quite early is the plan, because I would still really like to be able to just chill and have some cup of teas before I rush off. But I have very much enjoyed the last few days, and I'm seriously thinking about leaving again. What's today? Today is Friday. After work next week, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. But then from Friday through till the following Tuesday's fortnight again. I don't have anything to do, so there will definitely be another trip coming next week, I believe. Yeah, just won't be leaving it as late to leave, and yeah, hopefully the weather stays with me. And so it's been a lovely few days. We did another big huge walk this afternoon, about an hour and 15 minutes, I believe, which is huge for Mr. Drew. And once again, oh sorry, bad camera work, he is completely passed out, and that's the end of him for the evening. I do believe he is so tuckered out. He's been loving it. But yeah, it's a bit exhausting when we go for such big walks. We did try to take him for another one after dinner. Just a quick one around down near the river, and he was not interested. We did a bit of a walk. There's been a few dogs, and he's a little bit upset because he doesn't get to say hello, but we'll try and find one that is friendly that he can say hello to maybe on tomorrow's travels. But it's just been one of those things, unfortunately, that most dogs aren't friendly, and he just doesn't seem to understand that he can't play with everybody. Alright, so I've got some editing to do, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy and relax, because it's been, even though we didn't get up until 10 o'clock, it's been pretty go. So as I said, everything's cleaned up, packed up, both bellies are full, and yeah, this is night time, and so I'm in my pajamas. The bed's all ready to go. I've still got the window shades down because, well, why not? I really should clean my windows. I need to do some washing of the car, of the van, when I get back, because it is absolutely terrible. I don't know what I drove through, but it must have been a huge bug storm, lots of grasshoppers, and I think flying dragonflies. Flying dragons. That would make a mess of my car. Anywho, alright, well, I think that's probably going to wrap it up for this video, or whatever video this ends up on. There's so much footage. People seem to be liking it, so I'm going to keep doing it. So, like and subscribe. See you next time. I've got a nosy little magpie. No food here. They keep hanging around up this little fire pit over there. Someone must have put food, that one there, on the right hand side. Someone must have left food in there. Well, good morning. And it is morning today, and it is cold. I think it's Saturday. It's like just after 8. It's about 8:15 in the morning. And we've got an early start today to head to my mum's to help her with a job. So I have managed to make a cup of tea. Most things are packed up, ready to go. But somebody here is not keen for the early start. It is cold. Yesterday he was still in bed at 10 o'clock and quite keen to stay there for even longer. So I do believe this dog is going to adapt rather well to lazy van life. Not so much on the days where we've got to get up early, huh? Are we going to go see your nan? Oh. He has been outside and peed. Came back inside, did 3 circles looking for a warm spot. So I threw a blanket over him. Huh. Somebody's got the life, that's for sure. As I said, there's not much to pack up. Just my carpet square in my chair. Set the bed up. Throw a few things in the back and we'll be off. They do have a dump point here at Martin's Bend, so I will probably stop there and do that if I'm making good time. If not, there's one in Murray Bridge as well. I don't know how full I am, but I figure when you've got the chance, you should just dump it. So, and I figure if I'm paying $15 for 2 nights, I'm going to use at least some of the facilities. So, travel day, here we go. So not loving this. I like the idea of being in bed till 10 o'clock myself, but what can you do? Still somewhat of a slow start to the morning though. I don't have to leave here till 9:30, so definitely gonna get there. Well, we're just driving through Karoonda and see this beautiful silo art, so obviously I had to stop. Absolutely gorgeous. There was a slight panic moment with the whole petrol situation. I've only got a quarter of a tank left and about 80 k's to go, and my anxiety does not like that. So there is fuel here. We will be fueling up here. Mr. Drew, say hi everybody. Excuse me. Nope. Yo, Mr. Drew. No. Alrighty. Myself a little sneaky little friend. Such a dick. Anywho, alright, we did not get fuel at Karoonda because they had two servers. Their one didn't look like it was operational, and their one Bowser out the front of like a corner store. And then I had this other place which was on the street that you drive in on. And it was prepaid pumps, so you would have to use card, and then it said whatever you don't use will be refunded to you. So yeah, I don't know about that. So that's a big no thank you, as I am a cash kind of girl. So well, that's all I've got on me at the moment. The money in my bank is for my bills for the next month, so I will not be touching that. So we have 65 k's, or when we left Karoonda, we had 65 k's to Murray Bridge, and we've got a quarter of a tank. So I'm pretty sure that should be fine, but as I said, my anxiety is not liking it. But we'll get there. As I said, I'm pretty sure it will be fine. This will give me a good indication on how many k's I get out of a tank, because I had just under a full tank when I left home. So I will sit down at some stage and figure out how many k's I've actually done. And yes, I know that I have my odometer meter, but that doesn't really, I don't think that works very well, or it's not accurate or something, because it tells me that this van has done, I don't even know if it changes. Maybe I should keep an eye on that. But yeah, so I will sit down and work out how many k's I've done in the last 4 days, and that will give me a good indication on basically a limit. Because obviously I don't really like to get that low on petrol. It's not like me, but so I'm just trying to figure out, and I can't believe there were so few. There's no petrol stations on the Karoonda Highway whatsoever, except for Karoonda. Heaps of tiny little, probably 5 people towns, but yeah, no petrol. So keep that in mind if you're travelling, people. And now he's on this side. It's just him. Just pounces with me. He's got a whole bed down there to lay on. Get comfortable with. Nope. Sits here with his head next to his mum. Okay, so I made it. I was a little worried. Alright, so I'm just leaving Murray Bridge now and heading to my Boonga. I managed to get to the BP servo. It was $1.86 a litre for unleaded there, and I had $100 cash on me. That's all I had left, so I put $100 in, and it's given me a full tank. It didn't click off, but I don't reckon I would have got much more in there. The needle's saying full. Now, yeah, so that will help me with my numbers. I was thinking, well, I'll need to figure out how much this trip actually cost me. I will need to fill up again when I get to Adelaide, but yeah, as I said, I'm not really all that fussed on how much this trip actually cost me. It's more how many Ks I can get to Tankerjams at this stage, but we'll see. If I feel relax now. Alright, well, we are on our way home and the weather has turned, so it turns out to be a good time to be heading home, I guess. I believe it is Sunday afternoon, and yeah, so it's going to be slow going after we go through Birdwood, because we go the back way. So yeah, it's very drizzly and quite chilly, but it's been a great few days away. It's a little scary. It's been 5 days since I have had a bathroom. So I'm very much looking forward to having a nice hot shower, putting on some clean jammies, and hitting the couch and catching up on all my shows. Even though I had receptions, really couldn't be bothered doing all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Well, we had a great time. So 5 days. Not too shabby at all. There's been a few issues with the bed, and now the tailgate's not opening again. I am so over this tailgate issue that it looks like one side's not closing properly. So I don't really know what the deal is there. So I think it might be time to look into replacing the entire tailgate, maybe. I don't know. I think that's going to be a huge head fuck. But, oops, sorry, Cody Bear. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, we are homeward bound, and I'm going to get off this phone. It's probably really not the weather to be doing this, and I just want to make it home, unpack before my sister gets home, so that I can use the carpool. And yeah, that was it. We had a good time. It was good to see Mum. B come down too, so that was nice to see her for the night. It's always fun, and we are planning another trip together, so looking forward to that very much.